Aquariums, living works of art that are relaxing and beautiful. However, tell someone you have one, and they will have one of two responses. Aren't they a lot of work? Or, I had one once, and everything died. This is where Neptune Systems, a pioneer in the aquarium industry for over 20 years, has been changing the discussion with their monitoring and control systems.
It was in '93 I got really big into aquariums and reef tanks in particular. There were some controllers on the market, however they were just outrageously expensive, well over $1,000 for rudimentary kind of control. And so I decided that my background in electrical engineering, I could make my own controller. Made a prototype of it and took it to some of the fish clubs that I was in and showed some of the folks there, and they wanted to buy them. There was kind of a dream or a glimmer of hope that it could be something bigger, but I always thought, you sell 10, 20 a month, and that's kind of where you're going to top out.
Despite the allure of Silicon Valley right in his backyard, Kurt decided to see what his prototype could really do.
We started advertising on Reef Central, and we did third page size and FAMA to full page, and the phone just rang off the hook. It's like, wow, advertising really does work. And so then I knew that work out the kinks in the product and the next generation really could be quite strong.
Realizing that his strength was engineering, not marketing, Kurt reached out for help.
When I came to Neptune, I knew I had to soften the product. I had to soften the company away from being a technical, geek kind of oriented product into something that everybody could use on their aquariums, because I thought it would make them more successful, and I really wanted to get it in their hands. We felt 2016, this is the time to bring out the next Apex. The design of the outside of the Apex was just as important to us as what we did on the inside. So the new mounting system lets the Apex flip up, and you can easily see where all the cables go. It then drops back down to keep stray water from entering the electronics. Underneath are many of the same connectors found on the previous Apex, things like switch inputs and your variable speed ports, and even Aquabus, so all of your existing modules and accessories will work with this Apex. We've also added salinity monitoring as well. And of course, for monitoring the health of your aquarium, there are the connectors for pH, ORP, temperature, and there's even a connector for 12-volt input for power outage situations. So it's actually quite amazing how many things we put into this new Apex to monitor the health of your aquarium and to control everything that you need to control.
My name is Joseph Caparata, and I'm the owner of Manhattan Aquariums, New York Aquarium Service, and Unique Corals and Triton US. I can run my full warehouse from my iPhone. I have an Apex, the Apex app, I have all my raceways, everything outlined perfectly on it. I can turn lights on, check pumps. I caught a salinity problem when somebody left a valve open. It was a slow auto top off on a weekend, and without the salinity probe sending me an email, I would have never caught that, and we would have wiped out a 30-foot long raceway with probably $30,000 worth of coral. So having the technology to aid my ability as a business owner is just, can't even put a price tag on it.
On top of the monitoring and control capabilities, we've listened to customer feedback and made the Apex even easier to use with features like Wi-Fi. So now you have Wi-Fi if you want to use it, or you can use a wired connection. One-touch firmware updates. We now call it the Apex operating system, and with one touch on your mobile device, you can update it. With the Energy Bar 832, you can see exactly how much power each device on your aquarium is using. Knowing the ongoing power use is incredibly valuable, as this can tell the Apex to notify you the moment something fails, like a pump or a heater. The Energy Bar 832 has 3 built-in one-link ports. This means you can connect up with one cable our wave pumps, the dose to dose elements in your aquarium, and future products that we'll come out with. A large part of our success over the last few years is because we've refined our mission for aquarists to less hassle, more success. Make things easier for them on their aquariums, while at the same time make them more successful and keep them in the hobby.
I think we all get started understanding what things we need to add to the tank. We monitor them with test kits, and then we add them manually, and that's good. Having the dosing pump, adding C-balance daily, and not just daily, it's doing it every 10 minutes, has given a very, very stable calcium and alkalinity, much more so than I had previously. And you know, it's really great to come home from a trip and see that the corals have grown fantastically. I mean, I was just away for 2 weeks, and I've got corals that were just little incrustations that now have new branches. The difference in just a couple of weeks is quite remarkable. The value that it adds in protecting your investment, that's not just money, emotionally you've got all of these corals and fish that you may have had for years. I know I have many of these corals for even decades, so they're my pets, they're family, and it's hard to put a price on that. Having the system monitoring it and giving you the peace of mind that it's being maintained properly, that isn't a luxury. That's really a service, it's a utility. And I think that it's well worth it.
I use the Apex. I believe in the Apex. I've never had an issue with the Apex. I think it's a very good system. It has saved my aquarium on numerous occasions, and I think that's most important.
We know that tens of thousands of aquarists around the world count on the Apex as a critical component to their successful aquariums. This new Apex gives us the platform to continue innovating for our customers so that they can be more successful with less hassle.